I'm a member of the Planning Commission for Plymouth, and I wanted to fulfill my public service there before coming here this evening. Thank you very much for having me this evening. I really didn't expect to be able to speak. I was hoping to simply come on in and talk to y'all one-on-one. So I really don't have anything much prepared to say, I'll be honest, other than to say that my heart is for public service. I grew up, born and raised in Marshall County. Plymouth has been my home for the past going on 11 years. I'm a working mother. My children attend the Plymouth Public Schools, so supporting our education, supporting our public school system is very, very important to me. I will vote accordingly on the Plymouth City Council. I believe deeply in the promise of Plymouth moving forward. I think we have incredible potential within our community to make seismic change, to really make generational movements forward, and to truly make Plymouth a beacon for what rural communities are capable of. What I mean by that is to say that, you know, oftentimes within the regional cities framework of St. Joseph County, Elkhart County, and Marshall County's kind of forgotten. Plymouth is kind of forgotten. I'm not okay with that. Nobody in this room should be okay with that. Plymouth is a jewel. Plymouth is something that we can be deeply proud of. We can be deeply proud of that we're residents here. And I would work very hard on the Plymouth City Council District 4 to encourage sustainable economic development. I would work to beautify our downtown space, make it very accessible. My husband is disabled, so accessibility issues are very important to me. I noticed in a way I never did before, every divot, every little tiny pothole when you have a walker or a wheelchair or a cane. Those jump out at me like they never did before. So that would be a particular concern of mine, is to make sure that Plymouth is accessible for everyone who is community members. I want people to be able to get out and enjoy our city to the best of their abilities and the best of their capacities. I have 5 minutes, right?
Yeah.
I totally don't have anything written down, so how far am I going? I'm good? Yeah, just a couple minutes. Wow, cool. Let's see here.
Or you can stop. Either
Oh
one.
yeah, no, I'm totally comfortable talking in front of a group, so, let's see.
What are you doing at the foundation?
Oh, okay. I work very hard to keep my work separate from my political aspirations. However, I do work at the Marshall County Community Foundation. I work as our Director of Communications and Development, which is to say I raise money by talking about what we do with the money that we raise. It's this never-ending circle. And I try to be as big a cheerleader for Marshall County and for Plymouth as humanly possible. If a reporter calls me up, I'm going to send them to whomever in this room is the best spokesperson and say, hey, they want to talk to you, you better be a cheerleader. Let's rock this out so we can get more folks to move into Marshall County. I'm tired of always hearing about the brain drain. I'm tired of having my friends living in California or DC or New York questioning my life choices for staying in Plymouth. That shouldn't be a thing. I stayed in Plymouth because I chose to make it my home. I'm raising my children here, and gosh darn it, I want them to choose to live here in the future as well. And so I'm going to spend my years as a public servant working my darndest to make sure that they want to stay in Plymouth when they're my age. What does that mean? It means planning for the future. It means having comprehensive plans. It means not always granting variances. Perhaps, you know, instead we have vision, strategy, and let's follow it. Let's just like dream big together as a community. I would love to have more public listening sessions. Folks always talk about, well, I didn't hear about this meeting, or I didn't know this was happening. We work super hard to tell everybody about meetings to get input. So perhaps that would be one part of my platform that I work hard on, to try to raise awareness about input from the community when it's available, things of that nature. Long story short, my heart is for Plymouth. I would love to serve as a councilwoman, District 4. I hope I get your vote come November. And if you have any questions after this gathering, I would love to talk separately with you afterwards. Thank you for having me, and thank you for your patience in my shortness